Hello, everybody. I am coming live to you today for the very first time. I'm very excited and nervous, and I'm hoping that this goes well. And if it doesn't, then I guess I'll just try it again. Welcome, everybody, to my very first live video. Um, I'm going to show you a couple cards and then I will do a demo and hopefully you can follow along and enjoy what I'm doing. I'm going to not go through the catalog, the mini catalog, but I'm going to show you a few things in it and we will get started. Okay, so first things first, I want to tell you about this mini catalog. Let me just adjust here. Go like this, and this, and this. Check that out. Look at the stuff I've learned. Anyway, so this is the mini catalog, and it is from January to June 2021. Hard to believe that we're actually at 2021. Anyways, I absolutely love this catalog. I know I've probably said that by many catalogs, but this has got some fabulous, fun things in it for everybody. So what's really amazing, well, I guess not amazing, but happens every year, but some of you may not know, is during the mini catalog, we also have, during January and February, we have Celebration. Yay! Celebration is basically when you purchase anything in the mini catalog or our annual catalog, you will get a free stamp set, DSP paper, designer series paper, or even if you get, well, it's if you spend $60, you get to choose something in this book. So if you spend $60, you get to go into this book, and that's before shipping and handling, and you could choose this fabulous paper right here. It's gorgeous. Or you could get a stamp set like this Darlene Donkeys, which I think, and it wasn't Darlene, it was Darlin Donkeys. I have this set, and I know that I've seen a ton of samples on the Pinterest. So I hope that you have a look there and enjoy it. But you could get that, as well as there's also another stamp set and some fabulous ombre paper. And that is a 6x6 paper, which is gorgeous. Again, you'll see lots of samples of that on Facebook, as well as I've done a few samples. And then there's some more stuff. And then I was going to say that, so every $60 that you spend, you get to choose something out of this book. So let's say you spend $120. Yes, you get to pick two things out of this book, or you can go to this page or that last page, and here you get to get a stamp set and paper. So that's what you get for your $120, or you can choose two level ones, as what I was showing you earlier, the paper and maybe a stamp set. So you can do it either way. You can do $60 and choose one set, or you can do $120 and choose two level ones, or you can choose a double set or double items. So the last, well, not the last thing, but I wanted to let you know that if you are going to order and you are spending $200, you want to make sure that you get your Stampin' Rewards. So what that is basically a shopping spree in the catalog. You can shop in our mini catalog or the annual catalog, and you'll get a shopping spree. If you spend $200, it's 10%, which is going to be $20 free, absolutely free, which is fabulous and exciting. If you host a party, whether it's virtually, or you're just got a great big list and you order a whole bunch of stuff, you will also receive this free stamp set, which is gorgeous. I did already get it because I wanted everything, of course. So make sure that you have that in your order if you do a large order. It has to be $200 minimum. If you are having trouble ordering or you don't see it or anything like that, please contact me and let me know, and I will help you with that. Last but definitely not least is if you join to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator right now in the month of January and February during celebration, you are going to get 5 packages of DSP paper. And it does say 6 here, but that was a typo, and you'll get that. So you will get that for free. Now, to join to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you are just going to pay $135, but you get $165 worth of free product. Some people that I have signed up, they use that whole $165 to get the free stamp and cut machine because that's what they really, really wanted, and what a great way to do it. They only had to pay $135. Now that $135 is also tax-free and no shipping. So how can you go wrong? Get the free cut and emboss machine or other things that you wanted for only $135, but it's worth $165. Plus, you're going to get all this DSP with it. So celebration is a fabulous time to join Stampin' Up! As well as obviously shop and get some things that you've wanted. And this year, Stampin' Up! Is doing something a little different. I've never had it done while I've been working, or excuse me, being part of Stampin' Up! I guess it's work, but it's fun work. Anyways, they are having a celebration now, January and February, and then they're having it again later in the year. I can't remember if it's June or July that it starts, but it's also for 2 more months. So that's so exciting to be able to have this opportunity and to get free stuff 2 times in 1 year. Anyways, I'm going to show you a few things. First, I'll tell you what stamp set we're going to use. It's on page 2526. And this is a bundle. So this is actually a large double bundle, I guess I would call it, because it does involve, if you go to the second page here, it does involve 2 sets. It does this set here, with these dies, and it also has this here, which is the Dragonfly Garden, and it comes with, when you bundle it and buy it as a bundle, with this punch. When you buy it as a bundle, you save 10%. So if you're interested, obviously, in this, then you should probably do it as a bundle to save money. That's what we're all about, just making you get what you want, and even better if you can save some money. So with this set here, I just wanted to let you know that many people did not understand what this here is for. And so it is actually a way to color the wings with ink. Obviously, you would take that stamp and put it in ink, and then just put it over top and then turn it around and do it on the other side. And that will color your wings without even having to use markers or blends or anything. So it doesn't cover them like perfectly, but that's the look that if that's the look you're going for, then give it a try and see what you think. Last thing about this catalog is that if you don't have one and you would like one, I would love to be able to send you one. So please get in contact with me and let me know that you need one, and that you, if you don't have a demonstrator already, please let me know and I will help you in any way I can. Okay, so we are going to be using the Dragonfly Garden, not just dragons. And I'm going to first show you a few cards that I've already made. Now, you might have saw this one already on my site that you're watching right now. But anyways, I did post this a few days ago, and I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. I learned some things from my friend, a demonstrator friend, and just friend, obviously. Lillian Kemp, fabulous demonstrator, and you should definitely check her out. Anyways, I'll show you what I learned from her later, but this is some of the paper that she also used. Now, what I did with this one is it opens like that. So this was my very first card that I made in this way. Beautiful. It is made with Misty Moonlight, which we are actually going to be using again today. So then I decided, okay, Facebook Live. I'm a little scared. Let me practice, okay? So I went ahead and I made this card in my practice. I tried to video it and then just put it on here, and that didn't work so well. So that's okay. I have another card now. The only thing that I did different on this one is I changed the words, obviously the colors and stuff like that, and then I have a little dragonfly inside. Also, what I changed with this, forgot just about, is that with this one, this little panel down here is just stuck on there. And then on this one, I decided to make it a little, there's a card, a little holder. So you can put some money in there, you could put a gift card in there or anything like that. So that's one of the things that I changed. If you don't want that, then you would just stick this down. It's not a problem, really. They look exactly the same when they're like this. And then third, so afraid of the Facebook Lives, is I made another one. Thought I was going live, and I wasn't. And then it actually also stopped recording. So I couldn't even, I couldn't even put that one on. And again, I changed up the colors. This is done with Blackberry Bliss. Made it a happy birthday, added a little embellishment, didn't talk about that in the book, but we're going to use that again today. And then again, and this one also is a little card. Love this format, I guess, or cut or folds, I guess that's what you call it. Love this for, but I really wanted to change it up since I've already done 3 of them. This one's going to be changed up a little bit because we're going to have it folding the other way. So I'm just going to set these aside. If you want some dimensions on those, I will be happy to send them to you. I have them all here. As I said, I've done it 3 times. Anyway, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to do another card like that. We're going to use the Blackberry Bliss like the first one, but we're going to have it opening this way, which is very cool. So I will go through it and do it with you, and you can copy down the dimensions, or you can look and watch this later and just do it all then. So this is going to be, it's an 8.5 this way, 8.5 by 5.5. That is a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11. All you're doing is you're cutting 11, you put the 11-inch side up at the top and you cut it at 5.5. That's what this is. Then I scored it at 2 1/4 and move it in and scored it at 6 3/4. I'm going to show you a little secret here because you may not see it on the camera, but when I first did it, I'll see if you can see this. I think so. I scored it. I was designing this myself. I scored it right here. And I'm like, oh, that's not a big enough flap. Oh, well, so I moved it in, I scored again. All I did is I did not fold it there, and it should be fine because we're going to be putting paper over top and it won't even make a difference. So here's our 8.5 by 11, and that will be the base of our card. Next, we're going to do the top panel. And basically, somebody has asked me before, how do you decide what layer sizes you're going to do? Most often, you put down, you have this here, and this is, if you look here, it is 2 1/4. That's where we scored it. So this here is 2 1/4 inches wide and 5 1/4, yes, 5.5, excuse me, wide. So what you want to do is cut your panel that you're going to be putting on it 1/4 of an inch smaller. That's all. It's very easy. So this here is going to go down on that, and it is 5 1/4, which is 1/4 inch smaller than the Misty Moonlight, by 2 inches, which again is 1/4 inch smaller than this one at 2 1/4. Very simple, makes sense. That's how we do it. I'm going to use some multi-purpose glue, mono liquid glue. I did not love this glue at the beginning. This is brand new, so I might have to, oh, there it is, good. I did not love, here, I'm just going to put this underneath. No nails. There, so you can see it. This glue at first, anybody that uses liquid glue, sometimes if you put way too much on or you put it really close to the edge, it oozes out the sides, and it also will, maybe if you got too much, it'll buckle a little bit. So that's one of the reasons that they don't like it. So as you can see, I don't put it right to the edge, and I don't put a ton on there. But what it does let me do, which I love, is put it down on there. And I have a little bit of time to move it around so that it's nice and square, which is really nice, because some of the stuff that we have, obviously, other you can't do that. You don't have the time to push it down and move it around or whatever. So just get it down there. It looks good. It's nice and square. It's easy to do. Okay, so our next piece is going to be our DSP. And again, as I said, it's only a 1/4 inch smaller than the white one, so that it has a beautiful, nice border all the way around. So this one is 5 inches by 1 3/4. Okay, very quick. We'll put, this is the other side of the DSP, very pretty as well. That is Calypso Coral. Oh, I did not tell you that. So one of the ways that you can pick what color you want, if you have a DSP that you want to use, and you don't know basically what colors you want to use, this DSP is in the pack that goes with this set. I'm just going to get this in place and then I'll show you what I mean. Here, just let me grab this. So this pack of paper, 6.5 or 6 by 6, it says right here on the back, hopefully that's not too shiny for you, it tells you right along underneath the name what papers are going to, I can't think of the word right now, isn't that funny? Go with this, coordinate, that's it, coordinate with this stamp set. Excuse me, with these papers. So this one is Basic Black, Blackberry Bliss, that's why I used that in the other one, Bumblebee, which is a fabulous yellow, Calypso Coral, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, and Whisper White. So those are the colors that you're going to find in this DSP. So if you find the DSP that you want to use, and then you'll know basically what color you want to put underneath. And in this case, because it's only Misty Moonlight and White, that's what I went with. In this card here, I chose the Blackberry Bliss because I knew that it was in the DSP that I was using, and I thought it would go well. And that's the same as why I used the Bumblebee. It's in the DSP. They already coordinate together because Stampin' Up! Has done that for us. Okay, next is going to be this panel. So once again, it's a 1/4 inch smaller than what this is. It's scored at 2 inches by 5.5. So this is 5 1/4 by 1.5. We'll just stick that down. Oh yes, there's the sound effects. Do I make those when I'm not on camera? Yes. Okay. So has anybody else used this set yet that is watching? I won't be able to probably answer you because I'm not very good at that, because I'm still learning how to look at the camera and how to stamp. This is our DSP, 1/4 inch smaller, 5 by 1 1/4. Something to think about when you are cutting your DSP and it has a direction is make sure that you have it in your cutter, the direction that you want it to be. Like you wouldn't want to, well, it wouldn't be bad, but if you were doing it this way, then that DSP goes that way. So something to think about when you are cutting your DSP. Well, this side here, it doesn't really have a direction. I mean, it could go any way at all. So remember that when you're cutting. However, you do get 4 pieces of each design, so that's handy too. If you made a little boo-boo, just put it aside. You'll use it on a different card and cut the new piece. Okay, so that is that. So now we're going to do our little panel on the top. One thing that I decided to do when I designed this one is because these ones here don't really stand up very well, if you know what I mean. See how so when I put it up, it kind of, well, you probably can't see that very well, but it folds, because it's not all the way to the bottom, it leans forward a little bit. So with this one, when I designed the cutting of it, I wanted to put this panel on and have it all the way to the bottom instead of up higher, so that if you are opening it up, it has something to rest on a little bit better. So I made this one a little longer than the other ones, is all I'm getting at. So I cut this one at 4 by 2 1/4, and we are going to be putting it down. I have chosen to put it down on the right side. No, it doesn't matter which way you do it, left or right. It's totally up to you. It's your design. But I want to remind you when you're sticking this down that you only want to stick it down on the top so that you can still open your card. So one way I do that is I kind of place it where I'm going to want it. Let me take that off. And then sometimes I'll put my finger there, or I look and it's basically the top quarter of it. So I don't want to put glue anywhere past my finger. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Mom. You're so sweet. Okay, so put it down here. Oh, and oh, right. See, that's why you have that room. I want to put it all the way to the bottom so that it has a little bit extra room. Oh, good. No. For when we are going to open it up. You'll know what I mean a little bit later when I show you. So now we're going to put a white piece on top of here, and it is 3 3/4 by 2 inches. 1/4 inch smaller than that panel. Obviously, you can do a different size. This is probably the most common size, the 1/4 inch, because then you have an 1/8 of an inch all the way around. But if you wanted a slimmer border, then you would just adjust the size that you are putting it on. Just make sure that when you do that, that you do it from both the top and the side, or the bottom and the side, but both sides, so you don't have a thicker border and a thinner border, unless that's, of course, the look you want, which I have done as well. Okay, so that is that part of it. One thing that we're going to do now, and really, this is your whole card base done. Quick, easy. I think it's beautiful. And I mean, all we're going to do is kind of embellish this little pit up here. One of the things that I wanted to do is we want to put this little panel inside. So I cut mine. All I did is I pushed this down and I measured from that fold to this fold, and that was at 5 1/2. So I cut my panel at 5 1/4. Because this is going to be glued down, I didn't think there was any need to put it all the way down. So that's why I did it that way. So this is at 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. Oh, but before we actually decide to put it in there, let us do that little stamp on it. So let's get some ink out. Yay, we get to ink Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to just grab, I know I have a scrap piece of paper here. There it is. And I'm going to put that down because I'm going to stamp off a little bit, and I don't want it to get all over the paper or all over the mat, which doesn't really matter. But anyway, so oh no glue. We're stamping. I get my my Dragonfly. And for me, this is the way I was taught, and it's just the way I still do it. I find it the most easiest to make sure that I have the whole stamp inked up really well, but not tons of it where it's on the edges and stuff. So I just lightly tap it, and then I want to stamp it off once, because on the inside here, I want it just to be a little bit lighter than what it's going to be on the outside. So let's have it coming down on this side, like that, so you can see that's a little lighter. I went off the page. I like that look. So it looks like it's kind of flying onto the page. Okay, so now we will put some of our glue on the back and stick it inside. Woo! Brand new glue. Sometimes it goes a little gushy on you. There we go. I have a little holder that holds them that I made, which I saw online. Let's move that before I get ink in it. That holds them upside down, which really helps when you're going to use it. So let's just put that like that. We can hold that down. Perfect. Stick it down. Make sure you have no glue or ink or glue on your fingers when you're doing that. If you are scared that you do, turn it over and push on it this way. That way, if you have anything, it won't get onto that beautiful, nice white panel. Okay, next is we're going to stick this down, only I'm going to make it a gift card holder. So we're going to put our tear and tape just on the sides right here. If you didn't want to make it a gift card holder, then you would do, you can put glue all over it and stick it down. There it is. Now this is called tear and tape. I like to cut it. I just don't tear very good, and it seems to go over the edge, or it's too long or whatever, so I cut it. That's just my thing. Ooh, see, even that was close. And this one to there. Okay, so now we will just pull the back layer off of this. I have no nails. You can definitely use your tools or your scissors, your multi-purpose tool, which I don't see. Oh, there it is, but that's okay, I got it now. Okay, get that off there. And this one off. It's not as difficult as I'm making it look, you guys. I think it's my nerves. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. Yay, can we get applause? Okay, so then you're just going to push that down, keep it nice and flat, and we are good. So I'm just going to show you that with the card here. There's your gift card holder. You can do it that way, or if you wanted, you could also just tuck it in like this so that it's a little more hidden by this panel. Perfect. You could also roll up some money, put it in there. Lots of different things. Okay, let's decorate. We are going to get our scrap piece of paper out, which, as you can see, I've used it a couple times for this. We will ink up our stamp. Tap, tap, tap. And it's just going to work that way. So I think I'm going to put it this way, because if you put them both ways, then you're going to have more room. There we are. Hold it down for a moment, bring it up. Perfect. Whoops. Tipped over my glue box. I'm going to close this real quick. Okay, so this is what I learned from my sweet friend Lillian Kemp. What's going on here? Yeah, that's right. Just pull it off. And if you use your Wink of Stella and use it on here fairly quick after you have inked it up, it actually grabs the ink a bit and colors those wings in. You can, I hope you can see that. I'm sure you can. And it will make them just a little bit of blue, which obviously because that's the color of the ink that we used. The ink is water-based, so it just kind of spreads around the color of it a little bit, which makes it kind of a little, I don't know, just without even having to color it. Look at how easy this is. And of course the Wink of Stella has made it all sparkly, which you might not be able to see in real life. I'll hold this up for the camera in one moment. There we go. For now. Let's see, can you see that? Oh, maybe a little bit right there. Either way, I'm going to cut this off so I can, oh, I'm going to make it tight for me, but that's okay. So that I can put this in my punch. Now, this is something too. So all these things that happen so I can show you something. This here, well, two things, okay? First off is I cut it off so I have nothing to grab now. So just get a little Post-it, and you can put it on the side, or let's put it right up here for now. And then you have something to grab when you go to put it in here. But I already know this, but I'm going to show you. I also know that, look, I can't put it down far enough because there's too much room here for how much is in the punch. So I'm just going to take this off. This is a scrap piece of paper. I'll keep my little punch or paper on there. Put this in. Okay, I'll have to put it on the side because it's still not quite long enough if I do it that way. There we go. And put it all the way down there. Line it up. So one thing I like to do when I'm trying to line it up and I don't want to lose where I'm at is I'll just push the punch just slightly to hold it in place. Now, if you look at that, it's a little bit too high, I guess. So I'll open it up just a little bit with my hand and then hold it down again, just slightly. I'm not pushing it where I'm cutting it. I'm just going to turn it so I can see it a little better. And I think that, oh, I forgot you can see my face. I stuck my tongue out. I think I'm good with that. So then I punch. And those little pieces of the Post-it will just come right off. Probably can pick them with my finger if I had any fingernails, but I'll just use my scissors real quickly here. There we go. And one of this one here, just have to, perfect. Okay, so done. So the second thing that I didn't do beforehand, so I will do it right now. Oh, perfect. Is I'm going to grab a scrap piece of the Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to punch out two of the dragonflies. There's one. Let's have it coming up this side. And two. It's kind of neat. I'll be able to use that maybe in a card. Anyways, let's put these down. And I also want to put some Winkostella on there. So pull it apart. And this, you'll probably really see the sparkle now. Is I'm just coloring all over it. I have it on my mat here so that it doesn't go all over my paper. My Winkostella is getting a little bit empty. I do have another one, but I think this will be okay for this, whoops, this card. Let's see. There we go. And actually, there is a formula that you could put inside of here to make it go a little further too. I'll have to look that up again. I don't know it off by heart, and see if that works for you. If you are interested, I can post it. Okay, so there we go. Hopefully you can see how sparkly that is. Stuff's amazing. Here, I'll hold it up, see if you can see that. Can you see the sparkle in those? I just noticed that I don't have his wing all the way done at the end there, so I'm just going to put a little bit more on. I'm definitely a sparkle girl. Okay, so one thing about the Winkostella that I will let you know about now is that when it comes, it will have a little band in here, and that is going to be like, it'll come with this little, I think it's a black band or gray band anyways, and it will be in there. So when you do get it, you're going to pull it apart, pull that off of there and discard it. You don't need it. And then there's two little parts on here that say push. You squeeze those until the Winkostella comes out of there and gets down into the chamber and onto the brush. And then after that, you probably won't ever have to squeeze those again, but that's how you get it down there. Okay, so let's turn those little guys over. And now we want to make our dragonfly a little bit 3D. So all I do is I put basically wherever I want it to bend up or down, whatever direction you're going, is you put your thumb there or something there so that it gives you something to guide it. Put it up like that. I'll use my bone folder. You can use a bone folder or a pen. It doesn't matter. Just something like when you're doing the the ribbon at Christmas time. And you're just going to slightly, or not slightly, but gently fold it like this. And I will say again, my friend Lillian Kemp did teach me this neat trick. So then you're going to take this little guy and you're going to turn over. These are our glue dots. Take a glue dot off of there. Roll it up between your fingers like you did when you were a kid with plasticine. Hopefully you remember that. And then put this on the middle. And then we'll grab another one and roll it up like a little, we're making a little snake. It's, well, maybe it's more like an inchworm, but long and thin, as you can see. So we're going to put that on the tail of the dragonfly. And then because the wings are a little bit three-dimensional, we don't want it to get flattened when we put it on our card. We're going to put one, and I'm using the mini ones. Now, if you have a big one, only the big pop dots, it's not a problem. Just cut them in half. Well, you might be able to use the whole one. Just make sure it's not off the edge. But you pull off those backs, and then you're going to stack another one on top of there, like that. And that way, when we stick this down, it's going to give it dimension for those wings to stay up. Okay. We'll put that down here. I think it'll look pretty, kind of just coming in at an angle. Push that middle down, push there, and as you can see, those glue dots, I think you can see that, have kept the wings up. Okay, let's put the other two on. We'll use this one with a little glue dot. If the glue dots are too big for the item you're going to be using it on, just roll them up in your hand like we did. Ooh, I didn't want to come off. Like we just did, except for make them like a round, like a little ball. Or long, I guess. And I'm going to put one on the back of this guy so he is popped up a bit. We're just about done. We just have some words to do. And I think we want to add just a couple more dimensions in there. Oh, I just thought, because I'm putting my words on there, I think I better wait on this guy. Whew, just about wrecked him. I might have to punch another one. Let's see. Let's see if we can put them back together, Darlene. I think I'm going to punch another one. That's okay. So let's do our words real quick. I'll do that in a second. So this panel here is 4 3/4 by 1 inch. And it's going to go across like this. So I just kind of measured from where I wanted to start to where it's going to end. And I mean, I just went 4 3/4. There wasn't really a rhyme or reason on that. So what we're going to do is, because I want my words to be kind of in here, not way over there or over here, because I'm going to flag this end, we're going to just put them in the center. And we will use from this set as well, a happy birthday to you. Fabulous fonts in here. I love these fonts. Also, another reason why I do it upside down, especially with little thin words, is because I want to not get too much ink on it. So I'm just lining this up, and then you can see the grid paper through there so that we can have the paper nice and straight, and hopefully I can stamp this down nice and straight as well. Okay, let's go right about there. Cross our fingers. Not bad. Not perfect, but not bad. Okay, I want to flag this end. We do have punch that will do that, but I do not bring it over here, so I'm just going to show you how to do it here like this. Cut up the center, and then you're going to cut from this corner to the center of that snip that you made. Whew, shaking here. Clip, and then the same on the other side. And there's your flag. Pretty good, not too bad, pretty centered. And so again, make sure when you're gluing it down that you're going to only put glue on one side of it because you don't want the glue to be stuck to the card. So we'll just put some on here. And line it up along here. Guess we could have put this on before our dragonfly, but it's okay. It's working. Okay. So I'm going to close this ink because we're not going to be using that anymore. And I can see I'm putting something in it. Move those out of the way. And so I need to punch one more dragonfly to redo that guy because I stuck him down without remembering that I had to put my words on. So this will only take a second. Winkastella all over him. See, this just shows we're certainly as demonstrators, no matter how long we've been stamping. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 19 years, I think. Yes. Wow. That went fast. And I've been stamping not a long time before that, but I've probably been stamping for about 20, let's say 25 years or so. Oh, probably no longer than that. Anyways, doesn't matter. So there that is our little guy. I'll put a glue dot on the back of him. Again, I'm just going to take it off and stick it on him. There we go. And now we'll put that down here where I wanted it before. Let's put some bling on there. I'm going to be using, oh, I just about forgot. Our ladybug trinkets. See, aren't these adorable? These are them. They're so cute, and you can just put them on with a glue dot as well. It will work perfect. So put this on there like that. Just stick it down, pull him up, and the glue dot is on the back. And let's see, where should we put him? Or her. Ladybugs are girls, aren't they? I'm going to put it up there. Stuck. Okay, I'm going to need my multi-purpose tool, which is underneath here. So let's put some gems on. I think I'm going to use something that you want to remember when you're using your gems. I find it easier is if you take the plastic, you can see I have it lifted up, and you bend it over a bit where you want which gem you're trying to take off. That way it kind of takes it already off of the plastic, and you can just stick your little tool underneath without did I lose one? I'm not sure. Yes, I did right there. Oh well. Without losing the glue dot on the back. So that's one way to do it. Holy cow. This sucker's stuck on here, but good. There's another one. He's already got his glue. Oh. Only when you're live do these things happen. Okay, there's one. I think there's another one around here somewhere. I'll definitely have to take that off of that piece of paper. I think I'm going to, you always do it in threes, you guys. That's what I was told. I'm certainly not an artist, but that's what they say is good for the, pleasing for the eyes. Maybe I'll put this one out here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that is the card. Actually went together pretty good, especially since it was the first time that I've made this design this way. If you would like to order anything, I'm just going to pop up my my site so you can order from there. It's darlened.stampinup.com, and you can order from there. There we go. And if you have any questions, as I said, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you with questions in ordering or questions with just how to do something. All of those things are really exciting for me, and I enjoy doing that and teaching people. That's probably one of the first or one of the most things that I do enjoy. So here's our cards. Hopefully you can see that really well. and a couple of the other ones that I have done, and this one. Thank you so much for being here, you guys, and I really, really appreciate it. And I am going to do another one, another live. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow, because the more I do, the more comfortable I'll get. I appreciate you all, and thank you so much for being here. Okay, see you later.